Hey everyone, how is it going? Sam here. This video is going to be a little bit different. It's just going to be a chilled, relaxed talk about some of the experience I've had as a software developer. So maybe just set it as a background or whilst you're doing work or something. This video specifically, I'm going to be talking about how you can sort of level up your career, how you can get a job in software engineering that aligns with your interests in software engineering. So for me, my experience, I finished uni, found a job in my area, and then discovered, or I had discovered previously, but decided to go all in on Lottie animations whilst I was working that job. And this eventually led into a job at Lottie Files, which is really the only place you can work on Lottie Files, on Lottie animations in a really deep manner. Other than if you're maybe a freelance animator, but this is actually working on the Lottie tech, which is awesome. And so I managed to go from a job that I just picked because I was fresh out of uni, it's the job I managed to get, to actually getting something aligned with my interests in tech. And so that's what I want to talk about, the few sort of steps I took to enable myself to get into that position where I found a job that was aligned with my interests. And so the first point I wrote down is work in their bubble. So I think if you want something that's really deeply aligned with your interest, you can't just apply and hope for the best, just going off a CV and like a cover letter. You have to maximize your chances of getting that job that will allow you to work in the industry you want to. And to do that, you have to work in their bubble. And by that, I mean, you're going to have to put a lot more effort than the other applicants. And so what can you do? In my experience, I thought this was the best way to go about it, but you have to, first of all, like deeply learn their tech, the ecosystem that you're trying to break into, their maybe a marketplace, their app. You just have to learn everything you can about it. Hopefully, you actually like their product. Otherwise, why are you applying? But you have to master their tools that they're offering and really know what you're talking about. Maybe even, delve back into the history, try and find what you can learn about the history of their tool, how it progressed. Secondly, to stand out as a software developer, definitely create tutorials and help other people. I think this is like pretty massive and will definitely help you stand out, is if you have a portfolio of things that you're helping people in the community that you're trying to break into, and that you're like a pillar of that community and that you're helping others. So you can do this a few different ways. If you're familiar and comfortable with doing YouTube videos, maybe do tutorials on the tech. Otherwise, if you prefer blogs, maybe that could be a better way. But those two things alone will help you really stand out. Other than that, you can also create projects, so GitHub projects around the tech you're trying to break into. Maybe even just try, this is what I was trying to do. I just basically didn't even think about joining Lottie Files in the beginning. I just wanted to sort of become a freelancer in the Lottie space. So I created a website selling packs, and then I also did GitHub projects and YouTube tutorials on Lottie and the tech around it. So I think, you have to put yourself out there, put in the effort, show that you're putting in the effort to stand out. So help others, build tech around the things you're trying to get into. And if you're trying to join a company, learn about their tools as well and master their tools. So that's why I call working in their bubble. So I think once you've built up a portfolio of maybe GitHub projects, guides, YouTube videos, you can then start networking with the company and the people there that you're trying to join. So in my experience, this was joining the Lottie Files Discord as soon as it opened. So I was the first there. I could start messaging people, start posting my content there, sharing it. So they knew my name. They knew who I was, what I was doing in the community. You can get recognized for what the work you're doing and what you're putting out. And you have to be on their radar. They have to know who you are. This will, maximize your chances of joining the company. And if they aren't actively recruiting, they will see someone like you who's done all these great things. Why wouldn't they want to pick you up for the ride, pick you up for their company, if you're doing all these things already? So, maximizing your chances, even if they aren't actively recruiting. But what I did was, as I said, joined their Discord as soon as they had one. But I also reached out on LinkedIn to some of the employees. So I connected with them. Most people, if you ask them to connect on LinkedIn, they say yes. If you want to go deeper, I didn't do this, but maybe you could message them, see what their work is like, what the company is like, and just take an interest in them and what they get up to inside the company. But the second point is really just to get yourself on their radar, make them know who you are, what you're doing, and make yourself known, put yourself out there. So the two main points, I did was work in their bubble and network, get on their radar. I think if you have these 2 points down and they are actively recruiting, or even if they're not, but if they are actively recruiting, you're going to go into that interview, they'll know who you are, what you're up to, they're going to know your history. And so I think you're really maximizing your chances of getting recruited. If this is something you're really passionate about and a company you want to join, then why wouldn't you want to put in this effort rather than just making, the cover letter and CV you copy pasted to everyone else? So take the time, take the effort to do this. And if they aren't actively hiring, I would definitely just ping someone via LinkedIn or email, showing your portfolio, asking them if there's a possibility to work with them. So see you guys next time. If this did help you out or you liked the video, please let me know in either the comments or liking the video and subscribing. But otherwise, thanks for watching if you made it to the end, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.